Hey YouTube, it is official. We are on board Valiant Lady here from Virgin Voyages in Miami. Rocky is busy tweeting, texting, posting. We will be posting content all week long, so don't you worry. We are here on deck. Rocky, what deck are we on?
I have no idea.
We don't even know. We don't even know what deck we are on, but it is a wraparound, what appears to be a wraparound lifeboat deck. We're gonna head to the bar. I mean, why not? We are on board Valiant Lady. We'll see you soon.
What an epic first 24 hours that was.
We've even figured out where we are now on the ship. In fact, we're coming to you with our first 24-hour review
From our stateroom. Look at that beautiful hammock outside.
Rocky's already enjoyed the hammock in our first 24 hours, but
So
we
nice.
wanted to share with you our experience in those first 24 hours from embark to meals,
Food,
entertainment,
drinks, everything. We're gonna tell you it all.
So let's start with embark.
Yeah, the embark process was definitely unique for Virgin Voyages. We are so used to having everything printed out and ready to go. We've got all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed, papers printed and whatnot. We didn't have any of that. It was so weird.
And there was nothing in the app, so
No.
I literally Googled it and I said, are we missing something? And there are multiple forums out there saying, don't worry, if you don't have a barcode or anything in your app, that's normal for Virgin. So
Literally no barcode.
nothing.
No.
So we just showed up. We're like, hopefully we're on their list.
So we get dropped off by the lift at the port, and we tell the porter, yeah, we're in room number.
He asked for our room number. We're like, that's forward, but okay.
And he wrote up this luggage tag, handwritten luggage tag, and stapled it to the handle of our individual luggage pieces.
I mean, remember, Virgin started off as an airline, so
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense that they tag your bag
But why
and
don't they print it?
cart it to the stateroom.
Strange.
But we from there, we got there at about 1:30.
Yep.
Lines were already forming for the 1:45 and 2 o'clock boarding.
Yes.
Because I did status match, see more.
Yep.
Sail more?
Yep.
Sail more,
Status
see
match,
more.
yep.
Status match with Virgin Voyages from Carnival. I got access to something called Deep Blue Extras, and they put
pretty
this
cool.
blue bracelet on my wrist. It's cut off, and they had to put a new one because they put it on really tight. I guess they didn't want me giving it away.
Yep.
But they directed us then, or we went into a specific queue.
Correct.
For
us to do the early embark process. So all we had to do was tell the person what our room
loyalty
number was.
program. There was a sign. Look, if you have Deep Blue Extras, if you've sailed with Virgin, or if you have status match, look
The
for
Sailor Club.
The Sailor Club signage, and you go there.
Yep.
And there were 3 people in line?
Yeah, there were 3. It wasn't a long line at all. We gave them our room number, and he had a list of paper where he looked for our room number and identified the name.
He's like, is this
Very
your last
archaic.
name? Is this your last name? It was literally like a bouncer list. He was a bouncer to get into the club.
Right.
It was,
And
but
it's a club.
He wrapped that bracelet around my wrist.
Yep.
And
we were on our way.
We on our
entered
way.
this beautiful, beautiful building. Terminal V in Miami for Virgin Voyages is gorgeous.
Yeah.
They definitely start that whole vacation vibe right when you step foot in the door. They've got music just pumping in that space.
And there's more queues inside.
There are more
there are
queues
more
inside.
queues that you can see inside there as well. So
Right.
so it will get busy.
Yeah.
It will
I
get busy
can only imagine.
during embarkation. But it was the latest embarkation we've ever had, or the latest time we've ever gotten to the port.
Right.
We didn't get Deep Blue Extras. We got to get to the port at 1:30.
Right.
Normally for Carnival,
It's like
we're like
10 o'clock.
panicked at the hotel at 9:30 saying, do we
gotta
have
check
everything?
out.
So that was, I loved that.
Yeah, that was wonderful. That was
So
great.
we went upstairs to reach, or to what did we go up there again for? Passports.
Yeah, that's where we got actually
what did
checked
we-
in, and we received our sea pass.
Mine says, feeling naughty.
And mine says, seize the day. Really cool process, super easy. Again, we didn't have to show anything. All
Maybe
we
10
did,
minutes,
yeah, we
maybe?
showed our passport to the agent. They were able to scan that in, and then they activated our bands and put the bands onto our wrists or gave them to us. So after we did the check-in process with the agent, they sent us over to the TSA screening where we put our bags through the screening process. There was no queuing for that, really. It was just go line up and you're ready to go.
The cool thing about that is the agent that was downstairs had made her way to the TSA screening, and she recognized us immediately. She was like, "Oh, hello again," and we're like, "Oh, hi." It was just...
The recognition already began, which was great. You know, we love our interactions with crew members. That's part of what makes the vacation so enjoyable.
Such a cool experience.
Yeah.
And so then from there, we literally headed to scan these things and get on the ship.
Yeah.
From the time we got in line to the time we were on the ship was 20 minutes flat.
Yep. That was awesome.
It was awesome. It was awesome. We were on the ship at 1:52 before boarding even really started for the masses. So if you have a status match,
yes,
or if you've sailed with Virgin a couple of times, Deep Blue
or
Extras,
if you're staying in a suite.
Or if you're staying in a suite.
Yep.
Those are great perks.
Yep.
So first thing we did when we got on board,
lick me till I scream.
Lick me till ice cream.
There you go.
We got ice cream cones. I got a key lime pie with red velvet cone.
Oh my gosh.
It was delicious.
And I got a pumpkin pie ice cream with I think they call it a dark vanilla cone, which was like chocolate.
Rocky, remind me, how much did those cost?
A whole nothing.
Free. They're included. Ice cream. I will talk about all of the inclusions here in a minute, but
they had 4 different rotating flavors that change out every day, which was great.
Yep. From there,
we made our way up to the room, actually, because when we got on board at such a late time, the rooms were already ready for us to check in. So we dropped off our backpacks and we
took some pictures. We did a quick room tour.
Yeah, which will get posted eventually. Yep. And then from there, we headed up to the area where the galley is located. Instead of going in to get food immediately, we actually took a tour of the quiet gym, which is called the B Complex.
Yes, there was no one working out, so we're like, oh, let's just kind of wander through here real quick and then get food. But by this point, we were hungry. We hadn't eaten since the night before, so we ate a bit of. I ate a bit of food. We first started at Bento Baby.
Bento Baby, yeah. We got some sushi.
Grab and go sushi.
Oh, grab and go, and it was free,
which was awesome.
So good.
They had a soy sauce station, so you add your soy sauce.
He still has some soy sauce left over if you want
Part
any.
of the reason why we cut this one off is because here's what I don't love is this tail immediately. Not 10 minutes on this ship, this tail was soaked in soy sauce and dripping with soy sauce.
That reminds me of an experience that we had on Royal Caribbean, Harmony of the Seas, post-pandemic.
They gave
to say
us
that we were fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Bento Baby, you got Bento Baby.
Yep.
Then you put up a little flag at your table to say, hey, I'm ready for food, and a server comes over in the buffet.
Not a buffet. It's not a buffet.
But in your typical Lido kind of that marketplace experience, you put up a flag, and she came over, she took our order. What'd you get?
I ended up getting an omelet from the Diner and Dash. And it was really good. It was just a veggie omelet and a side of French fries, because, I like having a little potato with my omelet. It was really good.
I got a little panini from Hot Off the Press, and I got
some challenges.
The Thai. Oh my gosh! They have a ramen bar or a noodle bar, and I got a Thai curry ramen. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, he didn't even let me try it. It was that good.
Did I not?
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay. That's okay.
And then there was one other thing that we got. What was the other thing?
The soda.
Oh, yes. They've got these Coca-Cola freestyle machines all over, and so you go up and you're like, oh, I'll have a Coca-Cola Zero, and you fill up your glass. And how much did that cost?
Oh, $0.
Again, included in your fare here on Virgin Voyages.
It's amazing.
It was a great start to the sailing.
It really was. It really was. So from there, we decided to do, again, more exploring, because it's a brand new ship, brand new brand.
Yes.
So we headed upstairs.
Did we go to the net?
We did. We went to the net. We were excited to check this out.
Super cool, right? It's kind of like a catamaran net where it hangs out over the water at the back of the ship. Really cool.
Yeah. You're 16 decks above the water.
We've always wondered why there aren't more people in this thing.
We know now.
It is the most uncomfortable thing ever that you step onto. It hurts the feet. We were just
you have to be barefoot to experience it.
It was still cool. Still a super cool experience to be able to look down and see.
Yeah.
We were in the port of Miami still at that point, but you could see the port down below.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was neat.
It was neat.
At this point, we went back to the stateroom. We had a live, YouTube live that we were getting ready for, so we wanted to come back to the stateroom.
Yeah, we had to grab all of our items for the live event, and then we had to watch the safety briefing video. They have the video playing on the TV, or you can do it on your mobile device. Very different than any other safety briefing I have ever seen.
It was a hard rock and roll safety briefing. gave me Joan Jett vibes. It was just, I love rock and roll
Yes.
and safety briefing all in one.
It was.
And it was long.
It was long. It was like 5 minutes. And you have to watch the whole thing. I didn't realize that I closed out of the app while I was watching it. So as it was about 5 p.m., we were getting ready to sail away, I pulled up my app and I'm like, I can't do anything. Oh yeah, it's because I haven't finished watching the safety briefing. Well, I had to watch it all the way from the start.
You had to rewatch it.
Anyway, from there, we left the room and we went up to go get some more food because why not? We're on a cruise ship. And we went to the Sun Club Cafe. They have bao buns, they have bowls. So good.
That carrot hummus dip. Oh,
the bao bun?
Rocky had one bite of the carrot hummus dip.
He only let me have one bite. I couldn't eat it. I'm so sad. We
Good
have
news,
to go
it's
back.
still there today.
Yeah, it is. And then we had the barbecue beef rib bao buns. Oh. So tender.
He had the poke, which I did not love,
Tuna
but
poke.
I'm
It
not
was
a
really
big
good.
tuna person. We did eat on our YouTube live. We just ate
Sorry.
during that live, so probably not the kindest thing.
Yeah, we had some struggles.
Tease you with all of that food.
Right. We unfortunately had some struggles when we were trying to get connected to the internet because we were in port. You never know if you're going to connect to the ship's Wi-Fi and get a better service versus LTE or 5G. In this case, it was better for us to be on the satellite network, the 5G LTE network.
On our phone network.
Yep, from our phone. It worked out, but because of the timing of it, we had to actually go to our muster station before a certain time period, so we had to cut our live short. So sorry if you
It was
tuned in.
muster drill time. Of course it
Yeah.
was. The time we picked happened to coincide with muster drill. So then after the live, we went down to the muster drill.
Yep. We went down to the muster drill.
Where was that?
That was on deck 6.
In not Gun Bay.
No, it was in the test kitchen.
In the test kitchen.
We gotta know this.
Yeah, we went to, good point. Good point. Our muster station is the test kitchen.
Yes, we are muster F.
Okay, we're muster F.
Yep. After that, you're right. You're right.
So there was one already in progress, and on every other line that we've been on, they were like, "Oh, go ahead and just join that." Virgin, they directed us to another room in the test kitchen where 2 other people were waiting, and then we had to wait and wait and wait until there were enough people to actually run another muster drill. So someone else came over and did a muster drill. That was a little. A little annoying.
It wasn't great. It was a little annoying because we could have been out exploring the ship, eating more food as we do.
It's fine.
Yeah.
First world problems.
I
get
know.
It. We're on a cruise ship, but we
true.
wanted to be out on the cruise ship.
It's true.
Okay.
So from there, we were really close to the pizza place, so we dropped over there.
That's right.
Mark placed the order because I had to go run and drop off all of our stuff from the live event.
And get a battery because the phone.
And get a battery, because our phones were going down.
So you took the pager.
Correct.
Because then I went up on deck because there was a little party going on at
Deck
the
16.
deck 16 aft.
Yep.
When I got up there, a friendly Virgin Voyages gal said, "Oh, are you part of the solo group?" And I was like, "The solo group?" She's like, "I'm handing out champagne to solos." I was solo at that moment, and so I took my glass of champagne, and I actually got to meet and talk with a bunch of the solos up there, which was super cool, super fun.
Yep.
You eventually got the pizza.
Eventually, 35 minutes later.
Oops.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have a couple champagnes.
Yeah, he was
in
already
at this
2
point.
in at this point. Great. So, of course, I had to do some catching up, but I got up there. I also presented as a solo, so I got a couple of
we were in
champagnes.
these matching shirts,
Shh, don't
so
tell anyone. We're just friends.
Coincidence. we follow this cruise life,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
these shirts are available on their
They
store.
are available on the store, so who knows, right? So then from there, we went to the sail away party.
They actually
they walked us over.
They escorted the solos to the sail away party, which was cool.
Yep.
Which that was a sail away party unlike any I
a
have
good
experienced. This is Cruise 51 for me.
Yep.
And I have
17.
never ever seen so much champagne just constantly given away.
Check out this picture. I mean, tons of champagne.
I lost count how much champagne that we drank.
Yeah.
I just know it was a lot
was a
because
lot.
there's a bit of sail away that's fuzzy. I met some new friendly faces. We met Where's Walter
Yeah,
Travel.
Where's Walter?
Hey, Where's Walter
Hey.
Travel? Shout out to you.
Yeah,
That
check
was
out his
super-
channel if you don't follow him.
Super excited. I'm thankful that I have those pictures.
Yeah. That's the memory that we've got.
That's the
It's
memory.
great.
And then we went to eat a little bit more before dinner.
We did. We went back to the galley.
The mix.
It was the mix,
The
yep.
salad bar, and we grabbed some donuts or we
Oh, yeah,
grabbed
some pastries.
Ooh.
Oh, those were good. From what we remember.
Yeah, and then we
Did
had to
the
go back to...
schnozberries taste like schnozberries?
Yes, they did. Look at this picture. It's beautiful. And then we went back to the room. I took a little nap.
Yep. He passed out for about 20 minutes while I hung out on the hammock on the terrace.
Still haven't been on that hammock.
You need to.
And so Rocky finally woke me up. He's like, we got to go to dinner. We got pink agave.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We've already eaten 4 or 5 times by this point. What do you mean we have dinner?
We're on a cruise ship.
We managed.
Yep. We went to Pink Agave for our reservation. Really not much of a wait. There were only a couple of people ahead of us. We got seated. Service was great. Yeah. We had a really friendly server. Her name was Jess. If you're watching, Jess, thank you so much for your wonderful service last night. Great food.
Before the food, I got a cocktail. I got a cocktail that had 3 dried crickets in it. It was a mezcal based drink, so it was okay. I didn't love my
crickets?
drink.
I don't remember
baby crickets,
crickets.
like dried crickets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't love my drink. So if you're thinking about the cricket, maybe not. We had the table. She immediately brought out those spicy peanuts.
Spicy peanuts.
Those were tasty.
Woo!
I liked them. Right? I don't know.
They were.
And then we got just a bunch of food. We got enchilada as a starter. We got corn as a starter.
Oh,
we got those
corn was so good.
Potato, the chorizo, the potatoes
potato
and chorizo.
Right.
And what'd you get for your main?
Mine was the duck.
Oh, the duck. Yeah.
The duck was. There's a certain way to prepare duck, and unfortunately, I don't feel like they hit the nail on the head with this one.
Okay.
It was a good try.
Okay.
I give them props. They had good dippings for the duck. Not my favorite.
I got the cochinita pibil, which was their pork dish.
Right.
Also not my... I managed to eat the whole thing, but it wasn't my favorite meal. Believe it or not, I enjoyed some of the galley dish, that ramen.
Yeah, the ramen.
I actually like that a little bit better than I like pink agave, and I love Mexican food.
It's true.
But the dessert, those choco tacos.
Those choco tacos. And we love, like, chocolate dishes, if they're done right, are amazing.
So good.
I ended up getting a chocolate dish as well. It was a chocolate enchilada, and it was okay, actually.
How were the chocolate tacos?
The chocolate tacos were so good.
They were so good.
I want more.
So good. I want to actually go back more. Okay, we left dinner. We had to leave quickly because we had to get to
Misbehave show.
Entertainment.
What a show!
What an odd show!
Oh my gosh!
What an adult show! What a raunchy show!
Yeah.
It was. I mean, there was.
If we haven't said it already, you can't be a child on this ship. You can be an
plus.
adult child.
18 plus.
But you have to be at least 18 years of age.
And it shows.
Oh my gosh.
It shows, y'all. They had contests. There was some cursing. There was no nudity.
No nudity.
No nudity.
There was a stripper as one of the winners of the contest.
There was, yeah. I don't know that we're okay. No. We're not including that picture here.
No pictures.
There were a lot of balls in the air, and that was a joke. There were a lot of balls hitting people's faces. Like, I mean, when I say this was, it's adult.
It is adult.
So just be prepared for that.
Yes.
I think it's more adult themed than I even expected.
Oh, that's fair. No, it is. It was definitely very much adult themed, but it was a blast. It was so much fun.
We had a ton of fun.
I mean, almost lost our voice.
Look at the selfie. Oh.
Yeah. And then from there, we went to the pajama party. Well, we had to come back to our room first, obviously.
Into PJs to go to the pajama party.
But what a blast. So the ship, actually, if you don't know about Virgin, they have a resident diva. So a diva, for those of you that are not familiar, is a drag queen. And she was one of the stars of the show last night at the pajama party. And she came out and she sang and she interacted with the sailors.
And people ate it
up.
It was packed.
And speaking
up there.
Of eating,
yeah,
do you remember
the
what
cookies?
They passed out cookies.
They passed out warm chocolate chip or warm raisin cookies. They were delicious.
Wonderful.
We stayed out there for a couple of hours.
Way longer than we expected.
Tired at this point, so we're like, okay, let's head back. We rode a teeter totter. That was super fun and random. We walked the deck a little bit.
Yeah, we walked the track.
And then we said, you know what we should do?
Yeah, eat.
We should eat.
Yeah, why not? Yep. So we went to the galley, of course. So Diner and Dash is actually one of the 24-hour spaces on board in the galley. And again, you can walk up for counter service, or you can go to your table and flip up the Ahoy flag, and someone will take your order. We opted to sit down at a table because we were a little tired.
Here's my tip. Go up and order.
Yeah, go up.
Don't. The order was wrong. It never came. My order never came.
Right.
It was like just go up at 2 a.m. Go up and order. Don't.
Well,
don't
it wasn't
wait
quite 2 a.m, but
no,
yes.
because we decided,
Yes.
hey, we'll go get late night pizza
Right.
because they're open until 2
Correct.
a.m.
Yep.
So we shut the pizza place down.
We did. Pizza was about a 30-minute wait. We ordered pretty quick, about 5 minutes or so, and they had salads, which was inspirational.
Can I just tell you, the truffle egg pizza is
So good.
delicious. And
Oh
then
my
I had
gosh.
a pepperoni pizza as well.
And the pesto
We got to hang
pizza.
out with our new friends.
Oh yeah, Mike and Stephanie. Hey, if you're watching.
We met Mike and Stephanie on the Carnival
On the Horizon, yeah.
And they're here
last
on
year, October.
Virgin Voyages with us. And so that's super cool, or Valiant Lady with us.
Yeah.
So we ate, we hung out there, and
Yeah.
we shut down the pizza place.
We did.
And then I think we came finally
We did
to bed.
finally come to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning.
So tired. I slept amazingly well.
Yes.
Probably the combination of champagne, all the food, walking.
Yes.
I closed all of my rings. Probably a combination of all of that. I will say the one thing that I dislike about balcony or sea terraces, as Virgin calls them, the one thing I dislike is true in this room.
Yeah.
It was super bright this morning when the sun started to come up. So about 5, 6, I don't even know what time it was. About 8 o'clock, I grabbed an eye mask and I put that on because it was so bright in this room. Even with the room darkening shades, even with the curtains back here, it was still bright.
Which, I'm just going to take a quick pause here and talk about these room darkening shades and how programmed this room is. If we've been out of the room for 5, 10, 30 minutes, and then we come back into the room, everything just comes to life.
This doesn't work.
He's struggling. So then from...
You went outside while
so
I
yeah,
slept.
so while he slept, I laid out on the hammock for a couple of hours, let him continue to snooze, because let's be honest, we had a rough night. We had a long night.
We had a fun night.
We had a fun night.
It was a fun night. Fun-filled night.
And we had reservations for brunch at 12:45 this afternoon.
So still within our first 24 hours.
Yep. So I let him continue to sleep while we were waiting for our reservation to come up. And then we got ready. We went up to, or we went down.
Okay, can I just tell you something? Whoa. Before we,
go ahead.
The bathroom is very reminiscent of the Excel class from Carnival Cruise Lines. It is tiny. You can wash your hands, use the toilet, and shower all at the same time. We tried both to be in that bathroom. You cannot. No. And unlike the Excel class, they did not put in a ton of extra storage. No. I am really... disappointed is a strong word, but there's very limited storage in that room. Whereas on Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras Carnival Celebration, hopefully Carnival Jubilee, they've got all sorts of hidden nooks and crannies and storage. This ship does not, and so it's just it's tiny. But the shower, the rain head,
it's a beautiful
shower head,
rain head, and then you have the wand for like getting your body parts.
Plenty of pressure.
Water pressure. Oh, tons. Yeah.
Okay, then we went to
Razzle Dazzle for brunch. What an experience! Razzle Dazzle. Yeah. Really good. We walked in. We had a reservation. There was a little bit of a wait, but it wasn't too bad. We got in.
Maybe 5 minutes.
We were at the end of the brunch service, so I think it worked out really nicely in our favor. The food presentation was beautiful.
Presentation was absolutely beautiful.
It was.
I had this frozen watermelon with frozen fruit, granola, and cream. That was probably my favorite thing at brunch. It was so good. My scramble was not great. It was super salty. The eggs were cooked perfect, but the actual scramble itself was salty.
I enjoyed my waffle. I know it was a little soggy by the time we got around to really eating it.
Because we had so much...
We struck up a conversation with a couple neighboring tables, and then we had to record everything, so... That's, unfortunately, that's part of being in the show business, right? But overall, it was really good food.
They ran out of my dessert. They ran out of my dessert.
They didn't have the
so
churros.
I really wanted to get the churros. He's like, I'm so sorry, we've run out. But that's okay.
You still ate your dessert,
I still managed to eat my blueberry cheesecake. It was yummy.
Yep. And after we finished at Razzle Dazzle,
the final bit of the 24 hours.
Yep. We finished the same way we started our 24 hours on board the ship, and that was with ice cream. Mark, what flavor did you have?
I got espresso chocolate chip.
And I got espresso chocolate chip as well.
And it was delicious. So
good.
Rocky, overall thoughts on your first 24 hours on board Valiant Lady from Virgin Voyages.
It has been a whirlwind of a first 24 hours, but I will tell you that I am having an absolutely amazing time. This has been such a gorgeous ship. There's a lot of things that still leave to be desired with terms of like artwork and that sort of thing. But overall, we're meeting some really amazing people. It's nice not running into kids everywhere. You don't have to dodge them. You're not fighting with them in the galley. And just the friendliness of the crew has just been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. What about you, Mark?
I mean, one of the things that I love about cruising is food. I mean, you know this from day one. I love to explore various restaurants and food establishments on board. We have not been hungry once. No. So we've had a lot of great options for food. To your point, there's a lot of gray. There's obviously a lot of red. Everywhere you look, there's a lot of red on the ship, but to counter that, there's a lot of gray. So the main hallways to the staterooms are just very
drab,
very bland.
The carpets are nice.
Sure. The main stairwells very just all gray. And so that, to your point, I agree that it's not the prettiest ship. So if you're coming on this thing and you're coming from a Celebrity Apex, or you're coming from, I mean, honestly, even if you're coming from a Carnival ship, there's not a Royal Caribbean. There's not the artwork. There's not all of that stuff. Now, in the public spaces, like when you go into Razzle Dazzle, it's gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, it's beautiful in there. It's just there's a lot of gray throughout the ship.
There is.
Again, I love the food, the drinks. It was great. I mean, we had quite a few drinks yesterday, and we didn't spend a whole lot of money for those drinks because of how generous they were on the welcome aboard.
We're gonna have to figure out how to get through our bar tab.
I'm telling you, I really...
I didn't think it would be a problem.
I really enjoyed the entertainment, from the PJ party to the Misbehave show. Just the one thing to keep in mind, even at the PJ party, it was 21 plus, or it was 18 plus focused. It was adult focused. There was some adult humor. Again, we came into it knowing this was an adult only cruise, but just keep that in mind. We also wore Born Again Virgin shirts, so we came in knowing that this was going to be an adult themed cruise. And then I slept wonderfully. The bed is hard. It's hard, but I slept wonderfully.
It did well for me as well.
I slept wonderfully. The shower was amazing. Limited storage space in the bathroom, but actually the closets I find to be plenty of storage. There's some hidden drawers as a cruise tip. We've got some chairs. We've got the refrigerator. We've got all of the things that you would need in a stateroom. We've got a bunch of stuff.
Tons of outlets. Oh my gosh.
Tons of outlets. Sorry. So my thoughts. So to conclude my thoughts, it's been great. I'm tired. I am going to take a nap now before we hang out. We met some new friends. We're going to go hang out with them for drinks. I'm going to take a little quick nap, disco nap as we call them on Virgin Voyages.
There you go.
And excited to see what the rest of the week holds. We'll come back, of course, with
We'll come back with what we loved, what we didn't love, and what we hated. So stick around, stay tuned.
Room tours,
tours, food, everything.
We got so much
We've
stuff.
got a lot coming your way.
And if you have questions, here would be my big thing is if you have questions, if you're thinking about Virgin Voyages for the first time, you're like, would I like it? Would I not like it? We are taking a ton of pictures. We're taking videos. We're actually capturing a ton of notes as well so that we can remember this experience. We can answer your questions. We've already have several tips and tricks for future cruisers in terms of Deep Blue extras and some other stuff like that. So drop those in the comments if you have questions or email us.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're looking to get yourself on a Virgin Voyages sailing, hey, hit me up.
That's true.
You can find us on our website, thiscruiselife.com/travel. There is an actual link there that you can go to in order to book your Virgin Voyages sailing. You don't even have to talk to me.
But
just go there.
You want to talk
but
to
the
them.
benefit
Trust
of
me.
booking through me is that you're going to get some really great extra perks versus just going to the regular Virgin site to book. So if you're looking at Virgin as an option, go through me.
That's right. Even if you don't have Deep Blue extras, you still get them perks.
I'm going to get you on the ship right away. You don't have to wait.
Hey, fantastic.
And I get you some extra sailor loot. So
awesome.
There you go.
So that is our thoughts on the
That's our first 24 hours on board Valiant Lady.
Stay tuned. If you haven't already, hit that like button.
Please subscribe.
Ring that notification bell.
That would be awesome.
And we will see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
And order your shirts on thiscruiselife.com/shop.
do it.
Get your shirt. And
Oh.
in fact, we've added a little bit of an anchor. So
Right
there's a
there.
cute little anchor.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right.
we'll see you soon.
Bye.